Our expenses go up.
While district officials have outlined the broad financial challenges and consequences of the referendum passing or failing, they have not provided specific details on which programs or how many teachers would be impacted by the proposed $5 million cuts. Voters will have the final say on the school referendum this November. In Moorhead, Harrison Prey, Valley News Live.
We'll, of course, continue to follow this story as the referendum vote approaches. You can find more information on the school district's website. Meanwhile, voters in the Dilworth-Glendon-Felton School District are facing a critical decision that could significantly impact taxpayer wallets. The district is asking for an increase in funding, and the superintendent is not mincing words about the potential consequences if voters say no. Here's part of what's at stake.
I told them, this is what you have to cut. 128,000 in high school, 117 in the middle school, 170 in the elementary, blah, 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 blah. And that's what this is. We're going to be cutting some sick. Obviously, our class size is going to jump. At our current numbers today, it'll jump by 4 or 5 students a classroom.
Along with reductions in staff, the superintendent warns about cuts to electives, mental health support, and maintenance. Moorhead high schoolers are planning a walkout tomorrow as they rally for safer schools. This comes after not one but 2 incidents recently involving loaded guns. Valley News Team Sydney Zatz is live in studio tonight with details. Sydney?
Stacy, according to a Facebook post, that rally is set for 11 to 3 tomorrow. Now, Valley News Live has tried multiple times to get the school district to talk about those incidents, but the district keeps telling us no. For those who aren't quite familiar, let's take a look back at both of those incidents. The first one happened in mid-September at an alternative school, ending with the student being taken into custody. Several staff reportedly saw a 17-year-old allegedly drop a gun during a class transition period at the Moorhead Career Academy. Responding officers decided there was no active threat and they were taken into custody. Now, the second happened at the end of September, also at the Career Academy. Valley News Live got word of the weapon allegedly being found on school grounds. At first, the district told us a backpack was searched at Moorhead's Alternative Learning Center and no weapon was found. Moorhead police later said they made contact with a 17-year-old who was involved in a disturbance at the Career Academy, but since left the property. Now, officers did find a loaded handgun in close proximity to that teen. Moorhead schools later confirmed no weapon was found on school grounds, and when the student left the building, police were notified. Coincidentally, about a week later, the district said in an audit report started in July, it will review the district's safety procedures. That report is set to be released in the coming months, though the district says this report isn't being done because of these particular incidents. As mentioned, Valley News Live has reached out several times to the district for an interview on school safety measures. Our requests are being continued to be declined. Stacy?
All right, thank you, Sydney. A dangerous love triangle sparked a 2-state manhunt, ending with 2 men charged and a woman safely recovered. Miguel Rendon and Havon Blades face theft and criminal mischief charges. Earlier this month, Fargo police responded to reports of a stolen car. The owner also reported that his girlfriend had been abducted. Investigators learned the woman was romantically involved with both the car owner and Rendon. Authorities found the vehicle and the woman near Fergus Falls. The 2 men are due in court at the end of December. A Crookston man is behind bars facing felony charges tonight after police say he threatened and assaulted 4 teenagers. According to court documents, the 4 were walking home from Subway last Friday when 28-year-old Casey Kelly yelled at them in an alley near West 8th Street. Police say Kelly punched the teens and threatened them. Kelly admitted to drinking a pint of vodka before the incident. The felony charge carries up to 5 years in prison. Interesting update on the man accused in a deadly South Fargo shooting. Ciandre Douglas was arrested in connection to the August 3rd killing of 20-year-old Elijah Hughes. Investigators also tied Douglas to 2 prior shootings in town. The defense is now requesting 3 separate cases. The state, however, fighting to tie all 3 incidents together as one case. The defense says the state can't show these are connected and it would confuse a jury. Douglas faces 12 counts in all, including murder, attempted murder, and aggravated assault. Check this out. The way Cass County deputies respond to local fires is changing. They now carry fire suppression devices. It's made to put out fires simply by pulling a pin. When thrown into flames, an aerosol agent is released, interrupting the chemical reaction of a fire. The sheriff's office says in rural areas of Cass County, it's common that deputies arrive on scene before fire crews. They say a tool like this allows them to suppress flames while they wait.
If our deputies get on scene and maybe there's someone trapped in a structure, trapped in a vehicle, they could now deploy this device and then hopefully be able to rescue that person.
These devices run about $1,000 per kit. They've only purchased 10 so far, but they do plan to get more if they're successful. The government shutdown has impacted many federal departments and programs, including SNAP. At the Clay County Commission meeting today, they broke down what could happen if this shutdown rolls into November and what that means for those who use the benefits. Valley News Team's Alex Larson has our story.
Earlier this month, the USDA said if the government shutdown continues into November, there will not be enough money to pay benefits for SNAP or the Minnesota Family Investment Program, known as MFIP. And it's not up to the states or the counties to keep benefits going. The system is locked up until funding resumes.
If the shutdown does continue and November benefits are not issued, we're going to have thousands of Clay County residents that might struggle to afford food.
Here's what's impacted: SNAP and MFIP. And here's what's not impacted: DWP cash, general assistance, Minnesota supplemental aid, housing support, and regular medical assistance programs. So if you are eligible for these programs, you can still use them. While MFIP is exclusive to the state, there is no way to separate the federal from state portions. So it's got to be paused too.
This is really a system-wide safeguard to prevent counties from issuing benefits that cannot be federally reimbursed. It ensures consistency and it protects the state and counties from potential over-issuance errors.
And here's the human impact. 3,400 households in Clay County receive SNAP benefits. That shakes out to roughly 7,700 people, meaning 1 in every 8 households. And 326 families in Clay County receive MFIB. That's both food and cash for families with kids. Together, SNAP and MFIB families bring $1.1 million into the Clay County economy through groceries, household purchases, and retail.
When that flow stops, the impact is not only felt by the families, but also by local businesses that depend on those dollars.
There are local food pantries, like in Moorhead, Barnesville, Holly, Glendon, and of course the emergency food pantry in Fargo. However, there is a caveat to these resources.
They rely heavily on donations and volunteer capacity. A large sudden increase in need would put added pressure on their ability to serve everyone who walks through their door.
Clay County says they're doing what they can to prepare.
Applications are still being accepted and entered. Even during the pause, our staff are continuing to process every application, so once federal funding resumes, we can immediately approve those pending cases and minimize delays.
In Clay County, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
At the meeting, a letter was approved to send to Minnesota's federal representatives, emphasizing the importance of getting this solved quickly. If you want to help, food pantries are always accepting donations or volunteer hours. Happening this weekend, one NDSU student is organizing an event to raise awareness for men's health. The Dash and Dine event is a 5K around NDSU's campus that will benefit the nonprofit Movember, an organization that raises awareness for men's health issues like mental health, prostate cancer, and testicular cancer. Keegan Efforts, the event organizer, says he wants men to know it's okay to talk about these issues.
I've gone through some stuff, and I'm not saying I'm anything special, but I'm just here to speak out about it and just let men know that's all right too.
The event is $20. It'll start at 11 a.m. at Herd and Horns on Saturday. All the proceeds go to the Movember Foundation. And a fan favorite in Fargo is not only making a return, but applying for a second location. The proposed Taco John's will be at 2253 University Drive South near Midtown Market in what was formerly a Burger King. That application is still pending approval. The other Taco John's is planned to be at 4522 26th Avenue South. As promised, First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas is back with your full forecast. Russ?
Yeah, thanks, Stacey. Beautiful sky, by the way, back there right now. Looking good on what has been a generally cloudy day. Showers exiting the region. Winds are going to start to calm down. going to feel and look pretty good by the time we get to tomorrow. Temperatures will still be below the norm in most areas, but we're not going to have those winds. Certainly not nearly as strong, just a light wind basic. Let's go ahead, take a look at our hourly planner for Fargo. We're going to drop down to about 34 by 3 a.m. So again, definitely a cool start, a chilly start to the morning out there. Winds again will diminish. We'll also see a generally clear sky tomorrow morning across the region. So that's going to drop us down into the low to mid 30s in most areas. You can see Grand Forks, by the time we hit 3 a.m., we are already at that freezing mark. So take a look at our next weather maker. Now, it's still a few days away, but do want to go ahead and let you know it's coming. It's actually about 6 days from now. We jump into Monday and Tuesday. Low pressure moves through. I think it's going to look and generally feel like what we've seen just this last couple days. The one difference is right now it doesn't look like Monday's going to be quite as cool, and we're talking next Monday, but a good chance for showers. I do believe it is going to be windy out there. Let's go ahead and walk through it. Another low pressure moving toward the region, eventually moving into the region. Could see a couple showers on Sunday, but really Monday is when things start going out. Ahead of this low, we've got that warm front, so temperatures will warm up some on Monday afternoon, then cold front behind it. By the time we get to next Monday night, Tuesday morning, rain slowly exits, and again behind that cooler air. We'll see. Right now, winds don't look like they're going to be quite as strong as what we have with this system, but I do think we're going to be breezy out there for sure. Now let's focus on what's going on right now. Satellite radar, a couple raindrops, that's about it. You look, we're starting to see clearing conditions off to the west. Here's what we've got for you. First alert forecast tonight. Again, winds begin to subside out there. We'll get a partly cloudy to mostly clear sky. Temperatures dropping to the low 30s. Now tomorrow, nice day. We get a lot of sunshine, a light breeze out of the northwest, which is not going to warm up a whole lot. Mid 40s to low 50s across the region tomorrow. In fact, let's take a look again. Those lows, low 30s, mid 30s. Fargo planner, again, we're going to hit 50 degrees out there tomorrow. So 48, 3 p.m., 50 around the noon hour, or the afternoon, I should say, partly cloudy. Regional highs tomorrow, upper 40s, low 50s in northeast North Dakota. Got low 40s, mid 40s. So again, pretty chilly northwest Minnesota, a little more cloud cover as well. We head south Lakes Country, mid 40s. We've got low to mid 50s southeast North Dakota. And again, that sun is going to be partly cloudy to mostly sunny. What about this upcoming weekend? Looking good. 63 Saturday, 63 Sunday. It is going to be windy, though. Winds out of the south helping to drive those temperatures up and get a good deal of sunshine on Saturday. On Sunday, a little bit more wind than even Saturday. 63, we'll see more clouds move into the region. And again, I think a couple showers potentially late in the afternoon. Here is a look at our 11-day planner, starting with the first three. 50, then 53. Nice little warm up there on Friday. 62 degrees. 63 Saturday, 63 Sunday, 58 next Monday, but again, then things cool down behind. We're going to be rainy on Monday, still a few showers Tuesday. The rest of next week right now looking pretty good. We're seeing upper 40s, and again, that's right at the norm for this time of year. Halloween itself, 48 degrees after starting at 36. Could see a few showers, not expecting anything big there, though. So I think overall, Halloween, for those going out trick-or-treating, should be pretty nice and kind of, just like I said, just typical for this time of year.
Certainly better than it's been some years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you for joining in to our digital edition of Valley News Live at 6. Have a good night.